Welcome to Speaking History. In this 8th episode of our YouTube series, The True History, we dive into a fascinating yet controversial chapter of history: the collapse of the Roman Empire, the so-called Dark Ages, and the rise of Christianity dramatically reshaped Europe and the world. But was this era truly as dark as it's often portrayed? Join us as we unravel myths, rediscover forgotten truths, and uncover the complex reality behind this period of transition, including the enduring legacy of figures like Christopher Columbus, whose story is often distorted by time and propaganda. The collapse of the Roman Empire and the rise of Christianity marked a shift in Europe. With fewer people speaking Greek, many works of Greek scholars were lost. This era, popularly dubbed the Dark Ages, 500 to 1000 CE, is often portrayed as a time of ignorance and stagnation. However, the reality is far more nuanced. While knowledge was disrupted, the Dark Ages were no darker than many earlier periods of decline. Civilizations had risen and fallen long before, like the Mycenaeans, whose advanced culture vanished around the 11th century BCE. Similarly, Europe did not halt after Rome's fall. Agricultural innovations flourished, and beyond Europe, Islamic scholars and Chinese innovators made groundbreaking advances. Monasteries, often reduced to caricatures of monks copying scriptures, were hubs of intellectual activity. Early scholars like the Venerable Bede, an English Benedictine monk of the 7th to 8th centuries, produced remarkable works. His ecclesiastical history of the English people is an essential account of early British history, notable for its accuracy and reliance on evidence, a rare trait even today. But history also has its fabricators. Geoffrey of Monmouth's 12th century Historia Regum Britannia created enduring myths, including King Arthur and the Saxon mercenaries Hengist and Horsa. These tales, though entertaining, fueled dangerous historical misconceptions, illustrating the eternal struggle between fact and fiction in history. A prime example of historical distortion is the flat Earth myth. Contrary to popular belief, people have known the Earth is round since ancient times. Columbus didn't sail west to prove this. It's a 15th century invention. Yet, like many myths, it persists because stories, no matter how absurd, often outlive the facts. Christopher Columbus didn't sail west to prove the Earth was round, because everyone already knew that. The spherical nature of Earth had been common knowledge since ancient times. Greek polymaths like Eratosthenes had calculated Earth's circumference with stunning accuracy as early as 200 BCE, and scholars like Bede later reaffirmed this. So why the myth that Columbus defied a flat Earth belief? Blame Washington Irving. In 1828, Irving's romanticized biography of Columbus turned the explorer into a heroic figure, crafting a myth that America was eager to embrace as part of its origin story. In truth, Columbus didn't discover America. He wasn't even the first European to reach it. The Vikings had sailed to North America 500 years earlier, and when Columbus arrived in the Caribbean in 1492, millions of people had already lived in the Americas for thousands of years. Columbus's actual journey was driven by greed, not science. Hoping to find a shortcut to Asia, he severely miscalculated Earth's size and landed in the West Indies, mistakenly believing he was near India. His tenure as governor of the Indies revealed his dark side. Columbus enslaved, mutilated, and brutalized the local population, ordering unspeakable atrocities, including the enslavement of children. Despite his undeniable role in bridging the Atlantic and kick-starting European colonization, his actions were excessively brutal, even by the standards of his time. Eventually, his brutality led to his removal as governor and his return to Spain in disgrace. In his later years, Columbus became increasingly unhinged, claiming divine visions and signing letters as Christ-bearer. While his voyages forever changed history, the myth of Columbus as a noble explorer obscures the violence and exploitation that defined his legacy. Christopher Columbus died in 1506 at 55, a disgraced and forgotten figure. Yet over time, his brutality, failures, and madness were erased, transforming him into the so-called founding father of the Americas. Why Columbus? Unlike Giovanni Caboto, he wasn't tied to the English, and Leif Erikson's Viking legacy wasn't appealing to a young United States eager for a polished origin story. By the 19th century, Columbus became the hero who discovered America, brought Christianity, and proved the earth wasn't flat, all myths designed to fit the narrative. Washington Irving's fictionalized biography cemented this image, ignoring inconvenient truths. Columbus never saw North America, enslaved and executed countless people, and was sent back to Spain in chains. Irving's Columbus wasn't history. It was propaganda, a convenient lie that took root and became fact. Even today, the myth persists. In 2020, Donald Trump defended Columbus, dismissing his atrocities and portraying him as a hero under attack by radical activists. This fit a larger narrative where white Christian men are celebrated as the nation's founders, shaping history to serve political ends. The truth is, myths like Columbus's are crafted from greed and barbarity, perpetuated by lies, and upheld at the expense of ordinary people. During Trump's era, alternative facts and false histories thrived, reminding us why truth, however complex, matters. Myths may be easy to grasp, but they obscure the real lessons of history. We hope you found this episode of The True History enlightening and engaging. Your feedback means the world to us, so please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating historical explorations. Together, let's continue uncovering the truths that shaped our past. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.